Hello, I'm Ms. Rasul Begum from Department of CS. I'm going to discuss the topic about introduction to microprocessor. So now I am going to tell about what is microprocessor and what are the basic things in we have seen in microprocessor. So let's see what is microprocessor. Microprocessor is a multi-purpose programmable logic device that reads binary instruction from a storage device memory and accept binary data as input and process the instruction for execution. So microprocessor is a computer central processing unit. It is stored in a single chip that contains millions of transistors connected by wires. So microprocessor is a tiny chip. It contains a large number of, for example, millions of transistors are connected together. So that is called the microprocessor. So in that processor, this is the picture I shown here is Intel 4004 microprocessor. This is the first microprocessor used for studies and laboratories in colleges. So this is the example of the IC integrated circuit. I have seen on that picture C4004. This is the number of the microprocessor or IC. So these are the example images of the microprocessors. Various companies has launched their own microprocessor or ICs. For example, Intel, Motorola, and so on. Next, what are the components of the microprocessor? The components of the microprocessor are, the first one is ALU, means it's arithmetic and logic unit, and then register control unit, and then input and output unit, system bus, or either we can say it as generally as bus. There are two types of buses, database and address bus. You can see in our future classes, and then the main unit is memory. So these are all the components of the microprocessor. So what is ALU? ALU means arithmetic and logic unit. Then memory. The first I'm going to explain about the component memory. Memory is one of the most important factor in the microprocessor. Without memory, you can't able to store anything. It is used to store the data or information in the binary format, because in microprocessor all the informations are only in the binary format only. You people, computer science people, should also knew that our CPU can understand only the things in binary format only. The keyboard and screen will display the high level languages, but the CPU only understand the data in the binary format only. Okay, so memory is one of the most important factor. It is used to store your data and or informations. Microprocessor memory, you have cache memory. The cache memory used by the central processing unit of a computer to reduce the average time to access memory. This is a smaller and fast memory which stores copies of data from the most frequently used in the memory locations. The next component is bus. And generally you can say that bus, in a regular life we can use the word bus. What is the use of the bus for the people is to move from one place to another place. So like that, in CPU, we need a bus. Bus means it carries the data from one port to another port. Here you see the example. Two ports are connected by the different colored wires. This wire is called as the bus, because from one port to another port, this wire carries the data. In our life, we travel in a bus to another place, because you have to see your friends, you have to go to college, so something it was happen. Like that, in CPU, lot of buses means the wires, nothing else. So it is used to carry data from one port to another port. There are two types of buses here. One system bus, and then in system bus we have data bus, address bus, control bus, and power bus. You can see in detail in my further classes what are these are. This is just an introduction only. So this is system bus. There are variety of buses are included: data bus, address bus, control bus, and power bus. Buses are nothing but it's a wire. It carries data from one port to another port. So this is the example of Intel 8085 microprocessor. This is an 8-bit microprocessor introduced by Intel in 1977. You can see the generations and how the microprocessors are developed from 1970s to till now. First microprocessor is only handle a 4-bit. Now we can store 64 bits of data at a second per second. So this is the introduction part. So that's generally I told you. In my next video I will give the evolution of microprocessor, how the microprocessor has grown today. This is the structures of the ICs in your microprocessor, in your CPUs. This is the example how the ICs are arranged in the CPUs. Intel Core i7, wait a minute, I will go to tell in detail about what is arithmetic and logic unit. In our previous example you can see what is the purpose of arithmetic and logic unit. Here the use of the arithmetic and logic unit is this is the component of the microprocessor. ALU, it is a unit of microprocessor where various computing functions are performed on data. It performs arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, and also division, addition and subtraction, and logical operations such as and or not. It is also known as the brain of the computer system. The next one is the register. It is the part of the microprocessor which consists of various registers. In microprocessor there are generally 6 general purpose registers are used. They are B, C, D, E, H, and L. You can see in detail in our future classes. Registers are used for storing data only. Registers are the small additional memory location where used to store and data and programs that are currently being executed. So register also a storage unit. It stores a small amount of data for temporarily. Next, the control unit. Control unit provides the necessary timing and control signals to all the operations in the microprocessor. So by the use of the control unit only, the overall system timing and signals are processed through. The next one is the buses. The buses is the network of wires or electronic pathways is called the bus. It is used to carry data from one place to another place. Input output devices, you are also know. Input devices are used to give inputs to the system, and output devices, the process data are displayed through the output devices. So with the last one is the memory. Without memory we cannot do anything. All our data are stored in the memory unit. There are a variety of memories, RAM, ROM, and also secondary memories. Some primary memories are also there and secondary memories are also there. So you can see all these in detail in my next classes. Okay, so microprocessor is a small single chip. It is used to store variety of informations. Without microprocessor we cannot process anything. It is a small chip. You can see the pictures of the chips also. I will explain the evolution of microprocessor chip in my next video. Thank you, girls.